Matthew chapter 9 verses 1. And he entered into a ship and passed over and came into his own city. Matthew chapter 9 verses 2. And, behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed, and Jesus, seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer. Thy sins be forgiven thee. Matthew chapter 9 verses 3. And, behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, This man blasphemeth. Matthew chapter 9 verses 4. And Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? Matthew chapter 9 verses 5. For whether is easier, to say, Thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk? Matthew chapter 9 verses 6. But that ye may know that the Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins, then saith he to the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go unto thine house. Matthew chapter 9 verses 7. And he arose and departed to his house. Matthew chapter 9 verses 8. But when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, which had given such power unto men. Matthew chapter 9 verses 9. And as Jesus passed forth from thence, he saw a man named Matthew, sitting at the receipt of custom, and he saith unto him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. Matthew chapter 9 verses 10. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples. Matthew chapter 9 verses 11. And when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? Matthew chapter 9 verses 12. But when Jesus heard that, he said unto them, They that be whole need not a physician, but they that are sick. Matthew chapter 9 verses 13. But go ye and learn what that meaneth, I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. Matthew chapter 9 verses 14. Then came to him the disciples of John, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, but thy disciples fast not? Matthew chapter 9 verses 15. And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the bride chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, and then shall they fast. Matthew chapter 9 verses 16. No man putteth a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Matthew chapter 9 verses 17. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish, but they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. Matthew chapter 9 verses 18. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is even now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. Matthew chapter 9 verses 19. And Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. Matthew chapter 9 verses 20. And, behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. Matthew chapter 9 verses 21. For she said within herself, If I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. Matthew chapter 9 verses 22. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. Matthew chapter 9 verses 23. And when Jesus came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise. Matthew chapter 9 verses 24. He said unto them, Give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. Matthew chapter 9 verses 25. But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. Matthew chapter 9 verses 26. And the fame hereof went abroad into all that land. Matthew chapter 9 verses 27. And when Jesus departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou Son of David, have mercy on us. Matthew chapter 9 verses 28. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus saith unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yea, Lord. Matthew chapter 9 verses 29. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. Matthew chapter 9 verses 30. And their eyes were opened, and Jesus straitly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. Matthew chapter 9 verses 31. But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. Matthew chapter 9 verses 32. As they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with a devil. Matthew chapter 9 verses 33. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake, and the multitudes marveled, saying, It was never so seen in Israel. Matthew chapter 9 verses 34. But the Pharisees said, He casteth out devils through the prince of the devils. Matthew chapter 9 verses 35. And Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. Matthew chapter 9 verses 36. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. Matthew chapter 9 verses 37. Then saith he unto his disciples, The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Matthew chapter 9 verses 38. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.